There's this major misconception that monogamy is this death sentence, that you have to do things a particular way. It has to be this way. You can't look at anybody else. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I'm here to say that monogamy is wherever the fuck you want it to be. There's no cookie cutting way of being monogamous. There are some major points that will tell you that, hey, this is a monogamous relationship, like it's a standard, to the point that, you don't cheat. But you create the parameters of what cheating actually is. You and your partner discuss what are your boundaries, what is it expected in this relationship, how do y'all discuss, and what happens when someone actually does cheat. How do you feel if your partner looks and admires someone else? Because that's real. Because at the end of the day, you still don't own your partner just because you're in a monogamous relationship. I think a lot of people get misconstrued within monogamy based on the European standard and this traditional sense. But monogamy is literally whatever you want it to be. Your monogamous relationship can be as freeing as a poly relationship. And I actually admire some principles in poly that I bring to my monogamous relationship, when I have one, because I know now what it is that I need and require out of a relationship. I need to be free. I need my partner to recognize that there will be moments where I need to be by myself. I might need to travel on my own just to explore myself in a different space and to heal. And I expect that from my partner as well, and I have to be okay with that. And we have to be secure enough to know that we choose each other. So in this choosing of each other, we choose to remain in loyalty to one another even when we are apart. And if that isn't something that we both want anymore, then we communicate that. We allow each other the space to roam and be whomever we need to be so that we can heal. The main thing with me in monogamous relationships is to grow with someone, to heal with each other, to love and choose one another, and have that open communication and space and honesty to accept that, you know, they're human. We're human and we can choose the life that we want to live. And if you choose to be with someone else because you think that that's going to help grow you and heal you, and you choose that, then I have to accept that. I can't, you know, force you to be with me if you don't want to be with me. That's my big thing as well. Like, monogamy is not a sentence. You can leave it at any time. It's not something that, you know, someone should hang over their heads. Although I know it's a lot of toxic monogamous relationships, but it's a lot of toxic poly relationships. It's a lot of toxic relationships, period. It's all about you and what you're choosing to choose consistently with someone else. And if it doesn't align with you, choose something else. Simple. And I thought that monogamy was toxic and not conducive for me. That's why I left and went to the poly lifestyle for 10 years until last year I realized that that wasn't for me either. And that I actually have the ability to choose the type of relationship I want to have. That I actually can talk about these things before diving into a relationship with someone and exploring what monogamy looks like for both of us and being able to shift and change whenever needed. So I had to learn a lot. I had to unlearn a lot. I had to realize that a relationship is whatever you want it to be, no matter the relationship. You and whomever you're relating your ship with have to be in alignment. And y'all have to discuss what it is that you need, what it is that you want, what it is that works for you, and talk about protocols just in case things do arise. Like, you and your partner ever talked about what it looks like if someone were to cheat? Like, what does it look like when you are about to cheat? What feelings arise? And why aren't you comfortable enough to talk to your partner about why you feel like you want to cheat on them? That is the type of level of relating I would need to have with a partner in order to say that, okay, I choose to be with you. I choose to do this life thing with you. It's more in a sense of whom you can be yourself with and explore different parts of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and choose to make this work because you both choose to make it work. And if you do not choose anymore, then you both are accepting of that, even if it hurts. We know things are not easy. We know that we love people. And with love comes risk. And with risk comes the responsibility for our actions and what we choose to do with our reality. So I feel like it's really a big misconception because I was a part of that misconception thinking that monogamy was toxic and it was unrealistic. And it was saying basically that you own someone, you're possessive, and that jealousy is natural. Well, even with the idea or the emotion of jealousy, it's it's like it's like you're steering a ship. It helps you to steer your attention in a certain direction so that you can see and question where this is coming from because jealousy can be a form of protection. It can be a form of letting yourself know where your security lies, so you can get a better understanding of what works for you and what's going on. It's not necessarily a negative thing, but it can be negative when abused. It can be negative when left undiscussed. It can be negative when it's not it's not expressed or expounded upon. That's why it's important to really choose whom you're going to be with and knowing that their love and how they love is acceptable to you, that it works for you both. So honestly, relationships are whatever you want it to be. It's whatever you choose it to be. It's whatever you focus your intention on it being. And it can be anything. And it can work for you, not against you. And that's with any relationship, whether you're poly, whether you're monogamous, whether you're asexual, you know, your how you relate with someone else is your choice. Um, so it's best that you align with someone who aligns with those choices that you want to choose. And you always have a choice to stay in or get out. That's the bottom line. There's really no, okay, I got to settle through this. I can't change. I can't do anything different. You can and you will. But you have to know that you are worthy of that change and that you're worthy of choosing a relationship that fits you. So just wanted to share my perspective on that because I see a lot of people downplay monogamy. And at one point I did too. I felt like you can only be enlightened if you were poly, if you have multiple lovers, because you don't own nobody. So why would you be with one person when you can be loving this person and that person? Why would you limit your experience? But monogamy does not mean that you're limiting your experience. It means that you just prefer one thing at a time. And that's okay. That's completely fine. And if someone doesn't agree with it, they don't have to be with you. That's the beautiful thing about that. You be with those who align with what you want. And if it doesn't, you don't have to involve yourself in that. Um, so yeah, I just feel like if you love and you like and what you love, then love it and like it. No one else has to love it and like it for you to love it and like it. Just live the life that you love and let it be. and everything else will align accordingly. So, yeah, that's just my little tidbits. Wanted to share that because I see a lot now. It's like the poly community is reawakening yet again. And I'm seeing other monogamous couples who are reinventing the monogamous wheel and making it work for them. And I like that. I love when people do them and love their life and their realities and relationships. Um, you know, it works best for them. So, yeah. Until next video.